This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I are playing the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is By the Prickling of My Thumbs. It was written by Thomas Bailey, who is also our Keeper of Arcane Lore, and this is episode 3. A recap will be given by Joe Pardalis as his character, Martin Meyer. So without any further delays, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Joe?
Personal journal. Martin Meyer, FBI digital forensic specialist and forensic accountant. How do you sum up something that you don't truly understand what's happening? I guess you kind of just go through the list as things occurred. But I'm not even sure some of these things occurred. It started out when we were back at our field office in Arkham, going through some old records from 1999, the case of Dr. Kismet, looking for an address. We were looking for the location of an old lab that he and Dr. Catherine Fletcher used to use back in around 1999. It was about the time that the FBI had decided that, along with the Department of Energy, that Dr. Kismet needed to be terminated, whatever that means. We found the address. It was in the old files in the records. None of this stuff had ever been digitalized and put on electronic format. We had to do it the old school way. We decided to head out west of Arkham to where the location was. And from the moment we arrived, everything became very weird. It was almost as if everything were simultaneously and in different parts, in different eras of time, past, present, future. It was very hard to tell. We decided to approach the house to see if Dr. Catherine Fletcher was there. We took a look at the gate. It was very odd. It was as if it was rusted and decades old, yet had recently been opened and used. We could see the tire prints in the mud. We got through the gate. We decided to spread out a bit. We decided half of us went to the back while others of us went to the front. We found the car in the back. Dr. Moss took a look at it and found the oddest thing. There was a banana in there, petrified. And I don't mean petrified as in it was a piece of fruit that for the last week since this car probably arrived had rotted. I mean, this thing was petrified stone as if it had been millions of years old. It was more strangeness like that. Joseph Varendi and his partner Ben Romero, along with Simon Wheeler, our criminal profiler, they decided to take a forceful entry up front, while myself, Dr. Lawrence, and Dr. Gallo decided to cover the back to make sure no one came running out the back way. Once they were inside, the strangeness continued. It was almost like it was a replica of the lab we had recently seen at Miskatonic University, with the weird Faraday-like hexagon cage in the center. But it was much weirder. Apparently there was an experiment running. There was a computer on, a program running. But in the cage was the weirdest thing of all. There was half of a woman. I don't mean half of a severed body of a woman. It was like half of a living woman, and the other half, who knows where. During this time, we heard several strange growling, howling sounds, very loud, very frightening. Couldn't quite locate it, but I determined that it seemed to be coming, when I looked through the back door, it seemed to be coming from some weird container containing a purple goo next to the computer. I quickly yelled to Dr. Wheeler to get out of the way. There was something over there. We all entered the room, started looking around. I went to the computer and noticed that the strange symbols that Dr. Moss had seen earlier, that Dr. Catherine was using in her formulas, they were on the computer screen running. I was trying to take a look to see what was going on. We noticed that the strange goo would respond to things like light being shown on it. Meanwhile, Dr. Gallo decided to take a look at this body that was very strange. While examining the body, we considered just trying to pull her out to see if we could bring her back into this time, but at first we decided against it. And Dr. Gallo started to look to see if he could move her a little. And that's when the body began bleeding profusely. We instantly all started to panic. I decided, along with everyone else, that we needed to end the computer program immediately. The program looked like a countdown to something. Well, I did the traditional Control-Alt-Delete to end it. And that's when we heard this growling, louder than we'd ever heard it. Everything started to go black. Everything was insane. And we started to black out. And that's when we all heard some strange voice speaking to us with this strange, almost Shakespearean rhyme or some kind of prophecy. Threefold given, threefold owed. Break the bond and break the road. A maiden marked, a woman torn. One must wither for the dawn. The angle opens where mercy bends. Choose your truth or meet your end. I have no idea what that means, but we all passed out. And when we recovered, we all woke up together in a very strange, unknown location. It felt like a stone floor. It smelled like a barn. We slowly looked around, made sure Dr. Gallo was okay. Poor Fort took it harder than anyone else in our group. This sudden change of event, this shutting down, this strange feeling. Once we were assured he was okay, we decided to go through a strange oak door that was at the end of the room. It was the only way out. It looked old. I was wondering if maybe we were in a barn somewhere in Arkham or out in the field. Someone had moved us. We took a look, and from upstairs, it sounded like a party was going on with some very Elizabethan music playing. So we proceeded upstairs to take a look, and when we got there, it was as if we were in a tavern back in time, back in the 16th century, Elizabethan period clothing. We carefully made our way through, going unnoticed, taking a look around. It didn't seem like some kind of reenactment. It almost felt real. And then when we got outside, we took a look around, and the streets did not look right. They looked almost medieval. Somebody spotted us and started yelling at us that we were Spaniards. They were speaking in an Elizabethan accent. We started to pursue, but quickly decided that was not the best idea and decided to run away the other way. Decided to look for maybe some clothing so that we wouldn't stick out like sore thumbs in our 21st century attire. We found clothing, and while we were doing that, I decided to take a little climb up to the roof of one of the buildings where the clothes were hanging in an alleyway. And I looked out, and before me lay the Thames River, and across it, London Bridge. Not the London Bridge of 2025 or the one before that, the one that now resides in Phoenix, but an older bridge, the medieval bridge, the one with buildings on it, Tudor buildings, all kinds of buildings. And if this was a joke or some kind of prank, it was too elaborate. Starting to realize that this may not be a hallucination. This weird energy of this experiment causes hallucinations. But the reports from the Department of Energy also suggested that it also caused time anomalies. So starting to try to put things together, even though this makes absolutely no sense. I'm a computer guy. I am out of my element here. I am going to be totally reliant on my my fellow team members. But I know this is a good team. This is the best possible people I can have. We are led by Joseph Verendi and his partner, Ben Romero, the finest special agents in the entire Bureau. They are incorruptible. I trust them with my life. I trust all these men with my life. So I'm going to go forward with them. We met someone. We saw a woman, a young woman, about 17, Anne Selwyn. She was about to be run over by a charging horses of a city guard. And of course, Agent Verendi stepped in to pull her to safety because that's the kind of man he is. She introduced herself and took her to her father's house, Sir Master Richard Selwyn, where they were thankful for what we did, and they called for a woman that was living with them, Lady Weird, and that's where this whole Shakespeare thing, this Macbeth thing came in. We kept thinking of the Weird Sisters. I have no idea what's going on. I am useless here as a computer person, but the only thing we can do is go forward, and I'm going to go forward with my team. Only thing that I can think of is that I think it was Hamlet who said, "There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy." Let's go forward.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes. So where we left off, I was just kind of explained is you guys had go back to the Selwyn house and met Master Richard, Anne's father, who, seeming because Anne is in a bit of distraught state, calls then for Lady Weird to come. And one of the servants then runs off to fetch Lady Weird. What do you guys want to do?
We're sorry, we're strangers in your area, and we don't know all of your natural customs, but thank you for helping us.
Oh, no, thank you for helping my daughter find her way home. I'm most grateful. Oh, I'm sorry for my lack of manners. You need food, you need wine, do you not? Henry, bring these gentlemen some ham and some mead.
That's very kind of you.
Okay. And yeah, the servant will run off and go prepare some things. What what brings you to London town?
We're looking for somebody, uh, a woman who she has knowledge that we're trying to find out, uh, but we're not sure where to find her.
Oh, a knowledgeable. Well, you might come to the right place then. Lady Weird is one of the most knowledgeable women that I know of. She has been aiding my daughter Anne for many months now, as she's been taken with these afflictions of hysteria, and the ministrations of Lady Weird are one of the few things that have been able to keep her calm.
I'm very sorry to hear that's been happening to your daughter, Mr. Selwyn. Uh, my friend is correct. We're looking for a woman, but we're also looking for a man who we believe may have ill intent towards this woman.
Oh, my. Uh, yeah. Well, I do not know of anyone that any enemies of Lady Weird. That's for certain.
Do you by chance know the last name, the surname Kismet?
Kismet. I've through my work as a merchant, I've heard many names, but that one does not sound familiar. Is that Flemish?
Possibly. We're not sure. It could be Moorish for all we know.
A
Have you,
Moor in England? Oh, they would stand out like a sore thumb.
Spaniards, have you heard of a woman named Fletcher, perhaps Catherine Fletcher, a lady Catherine Fletcher?
Catherine Fletcher. Well, I mean, there is Master Fletcher, who's one of the armorers for Her Majesty.
It's a fairly common name for does he make bows and arrows for?
He does indeed.
Yeah. Oh,
Can you tell us more about what's been happening to your daughter, Mr. Selwyn?
She's just been a bit melancholy ever since the announcement of her engagement to Sir Milroy.
And how does that melancholy manifest itself?
Oh, she has these. She goes, well, a bit outside of herself. She begins to wander, and when she comes to, she's not quite sure where she's at. Um, and she seems to weep a lot as well for no apparent reason.
hmm. I've heard of some afflictions like this. I myself was trained as a doctor, although I didn't pursue that direction with my life. Kind of phantasms.
Oh, that's bizarre that one would spend so much time studying such arts and then abandon them.
Well, my father passed away and I had to take over the family business.
Oh, yes, I understand such things. Oh, my poor daughter, I don't know what's going to happen to her when I die, for I have no son to take over my business. So I must make sure she's married to a good family. The Milroys, they're a good family. They will take care of her.
Will her betrothed take over your business and property?
Oh,
Is he is he a good
aristocracy
businessman?
involving themselves with the merchants. I was lucky enough to be able to have him take her hand. No, my cousin will probably take over the business once I pass.
Sounds
And
wise.
what do you exactly do again? What is your business?
You've heard about the great ships that cross the seas. I am a merchant who trades with the goods that sail upon those magnificent vessels. In
Hmm.
fact, we have in about 3 to 6 months, we expect a ship to come from as far away as China.
Huh?
Ah,
And is the business treating you well?
Oh, well, that's a rather uh, abrupt question, but yes, it's doing fine.
we're just trying to be friendly.
Yes, of course. And I'm sorry. Oh, Henry, yes. And Henry comes in and he lays out a large spread on the table with all sorts of meats and pies, and there's wine and there's mead and there's all sorts of things to drink. Please, please, good sirs, don't stand on ceremony. Please dig right in. You must be famished as travelers.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Martin's
Okay.
going to dig right in.
Go easy on the wine, gentlemen.
It's going to be interesting because
it's been a very long day.
our table manners are probably quite a bit different. So watch them and see how they handle their food and try to do the same thing.
Yeah, listening to Fort, Dr. Moss is kind of like analyzing it from a historical lens while he's super, super hungry. So
Are there forks?
There, to be honest, as a keeper, I'm unaware if in 1591 they had forks or not. So I'm going to just say yes.
Okay.
Martin's going to make a sandwich, and I know it's about 200 years before that's the Earl
Oh,
of
no.
Sandwich, but I'm going to make a sandwich with bread, and I'm going to put beets on it.
Careful, they're going to call it the Meyer.
Oscar Mayer.
As you are
Peanut butter-
preparing your sandwich,
butter and chili.
Martin. As you're preparing your sandwich, Martin, though, yes, Master Richard is kind of looking you a bit odd that you're using your sandwich, using your bread as a vessel for eating rather than something you clean your hands with. About that time, the door to the house kind of opens up, and three women glide into the chamber, triplets in all but color. One is cloaked in midnight blue, another in shadowed green, the last in wine red. Their gowns heavy with pearls and jet that catch the wavering candlelight. Their faces are near perfect copies, flawless and ageless, so alike that to look upon one is to see the other two as at once. The air thickens with the smell of rose water and spices as they enter, their presence commanding silence from the servants and a stiff bow from Master Richard. They open their mouths in greeting to Master Selwyn, and their accent is different than any that you've heard so far. It's neither English, nor Scottish, nor Welsh, nor Irish, but something maybe farther north, as though the wind itself had shaped their words. And they glide into the room, and Master Selwyn greets them very cordially and invites them. Oh, please, thank you, ladies, thank you for coming so quickly. Yes, my daughter Anne has taken ill yet again. Will you please attend to her post haste? And of course they say, of course, Master Selwyn, we will be happy to go. And they begin to go up the stairs up to the area where Anne Selwyn is kept.
Do we recognize their faces? Does it look like anyone we would know? Like, well, Dr. Fletcher is what I guess.
Does not look like Dr. Fletcher, no.
Okay.
And
I'm going to whisper in Fort's ear, perhaps you should go with, and also the same to Dr. Moss.
Yeah. And hearing this, I will excuse myself. Excuse me.
And as Dr. Moss and I go up the stairs, I whisper to him, they should be women, but their beards forbid me to say so. Which is another line from
But yeah, I want to go upstairs and sort of listen in on, or at least observe whatever's happening upstairs.
Okay. Yeah, they go into Anne's room. They don't close the door behind them, so if you want to stand at the threshold, you can, or if you wish to enter in, that you can. You do see that Anne is in kind of a larger sized bed. It's kind of a well-apportioned room with furniture, with carpets, with draperies to keep out the cold during the winter, etc. And there are two servants in there that are attending to Anne as well, as the sisters come in. So do you want to stand at the threshold, or do you wish to enter into the room?
I wish to stand.
Enter in, but stand in the back. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably actually seeing my fellow doctor go in different, areas of study, but I'll follow him in and stand in the back.
Okay. So you two are going to kind of go in and kind of stay in the back, kind of observing. Martin, Simon, and Joseph, what are you doing downstairs?
I'm going to ask Richard Selwyn, what exactly do these sisters, they're sisters, correct? What exactly do they do for your daughter? How do they treat her?
Oh, yes, the lady's weird. They're very wise women, and they provide a tincture for her that seems to calm her.
Huh. A tincture. Do you know what it is made of?
Oh, I do not know. I'm not familiar with their ways. I've never thought to ask, because it's always been helpful to her.
Hmm. Well, that's good.
Okay. Anything else down the stairs before we move up the stairs?
Are there any plays in town currently?
Oh, certainly there are some plays going on. I mean, I'm trying to think if anything currently has been approved by Her Majesty's court for public consumption yet. But I don't know. Master Shakespeare may have something coming up soon. He usually is not long without a play. But what is currently playing, I don't really know. To be fair, ever since my wife passed about 6 years ago, because of the pestilence, I've not been much of one for going out for entertainments.
Understandable. This would be at is it the Globe Theater? I am not native to London, nor do I get here very often. And I believe they were building or have built a theater for Mr. Shakespeare. Am I
Oh,
Oh,
right?
for the Chamberlain's men, is that not correct?
yes, yes. I believe they're in the middle of constructing such a building.
Ah, that's what I've heard then.
Yes. Okay. Let us move up the stairs. When you guys enter in, you do notice that Anne has, even though she had seemed a bit calmer when she was downstairs, and as you guys had brought her back home, she had kind of calmed down a little bit. Now that she is in her bedroom, she seems to be kind of in a bit of a hysterical kind of state. Kind of a lot of wailing, a lot of crying that's going on. And the two servants that are up there are kind of trying to calm her and assure her, kind of holding her head, wiping her head with a cold cloth, those sorts of things. And when the sisters kind of walk through the door, you notice then that actually, give me a spot hidden, you guys that are up there.
009.
009. All right. So I take that's an extreme then.
That's an extreme. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, with an extreme, yes, you notice that the moment that the sisters walk through the door, even though there seems to be some wailing that is coming from Anne, her mouth begins to move in a different fashion than what would anticipate with kind of the howling that she was doing a little bit earlier, the wailing that she was doing earlier. And it's almost as if her mouth is forming words. But what those words are, you can't hear them, but it does seem like her mouth is moving, but you are still hearing what sounds like her kind of wailing. Um, the sisters then kind of begin to approach and move forward. And with your extreme spot hidden as well, you do sense just kind of silently on the voice of the sisters, there is not quite in harmony with one another. They're taking the way that they speak, that's kind of a sing-song sound that they're doing in terms of what sounds to be a little bit like a prayer, maybe a little bit of Latin, maybe a little bit of Greek, but it's just quite out of tune with one another. It's just kind of the pitches are like, quarter steps instead of half steps with one another. And so there's this
Mhm.
kind of dissonance that's happening as they're approaching then the bed of Anne. One of them does pull out then a small vial out of her petticoat and brings it up to the lips then of Anne and begins to kind of pour it in her mouth. It is a purplish colored liquid that they begin to pour in her mouth. And as soon as this liquid kind of touches her lips, she falls asleep. And the three sisters then reach out and they place their hands upon the head then of the young woman and tell her, "Sleep, my child." And they withdraw their hands and they turn around
You
and
don't
begin.
mind. We've been observing. I'm
Dr.
Dr.
Gallo.
Gallo.
Yes.
And I'm Dr.
Dr.
Moss.
Moss, how are you?
Well, I'm doing. I've been better, but
Um,
Yes. You
perhaps
don't
the
belong.
servants, perhaps the servant should leave the room while we talk.
The three of them, turning their heads in unison, just look at both of the servants and then they just immediately leave.
You know who we are.
You have been foretold.
You know where we came from then.
Men out of time.
Okay. I'll admit this is quite bizarre, but we've seen some pretty strange things. Me in particular, I saw visions into the
Your
Forbidden
mind
Zone.
is cracked, is it not, Dr. Gallo?
Indeed, cracked right down the middle, right through the corpus
5
callosum.
plus 5 is 10. 10 times 10 is 100, is it not, Dr. Gallo?
Stop with the math, please. Um, that purple liquid that you gave the girl, does that have anything to do with the purple liquid that we recently encountered?
You
The
ask for
goo?
things without giving anything. What do you have to
Hmm.
offer?
Well, I have medical knowledge and expertise of things that, by my calculations, are at least 500 years from now. What you call prophecy, I call the past.
What makes you think we have not seen beyond your time?
I don't know anything about what you've seen or haven't seen. What would be a suitable gift to you for answering our questions?
Life.
Life. You want me to
Seems you
kill
al-
somebody?
seems you already have that.
Oh, we are only preparing her.
Look, if you know things, did I accidentally injure uh, Catherine Fletcher? I didn't mean to.
The totem.
The totem.
You call it Fletcher.
Well, it's a woman, a scientist.
Was and is, may not be.
What do you mean by life? What do you want?
We
You're
must
talking
sustain
about
ourselves.
you're talking about sucking years out of my life.
You do not have many left, Dr. Gallo.
Hmm. Never did we? What's 60, 70, 80 years? It's a drop in the bucket.
However, though, it is interesting that one such as yourselves, being out of time, you may have more potency than you think. We would have to try, one of you.
Well, I think that we're trapped here. I think that I can't even begin to describe what it was. The the hound. Uh, I think it brought us here, and I'm willing to listen. Obviously, I don't want to. I'm not disbelieving everything that you say to me right now. I've seen things that I didn't want to see. So speak on. I'm listening.
Dr. Gallo, look into our eyes.
I wouldn't recommend that, Doctor.
What choice do we have, Dr. Moss?
Well,
If
I would.
something goes wrong, just get rid of me. I don't know. At this point, I've seen so many things, I can't even keep them all in my head. I looked into their eyes.
Give me a power roll.
I'm going to
Where'd it go?
sort of have my hand on my gun.
I rolled exactly 50, and my POW is 60.
And I take it that's a regular success?
That is a regular success.
Do you want to do anything with that regular success? Or leave it as is?
Well, I'd have to spend 20 points to make it a hard. And this is probably our last. Yeah, I'll spend 20.
Okay. All right, then. Your hard against my hard means you succeed in fighting off what they were about to do. But as you look into their eyes, you do notice that as you're kind of staring a little bit, their eyes and their face seem to fold in on themselves at various different angles and odd angles that could not possibly exist. But you're able to push it back and bring yourself back to reality.
Please stop. I can tell you're part of it. I mean you no harm.
Not like that other one.
Other one, would that be Kismet?
He tried to bend us to his will. He paid the price with his slick tongue.
Well, we kind of figured that something had happened to him. Please, the others are downstairs. Can we go down there and see what they have to say?
Talk amongst yourselves. We will be at our villa. The servants know where to find us. And they just, all three of them in unison, turn and walk out the door and head down. Those that are downstairs, you see the sisters as they leave. Master Richard stands up to thank them, but they do not stop. They just kind of keep moving, open up the door, and go out into the night.
Well, that was weird.
I'm gonna like have my gaze out the door after they've left and just kind of generally say to the room, is that normal? That doesn't look normal.
Oh, Master Richard says, "Oh, no, the no lady's weird. They what do you mean? They spent time engaging, telling me my daughter is now well. I'm not sure what it is that you mean."
They didn't
Just
say goodbye
just
to you.
now.
They just left.
It just kind of looks at you funny. I don't are you feeling all right, sir?
Oh, it must be the events of the night. I apologize.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, we've had a very long day. Just
certainly,
just
certainly.
never mind.
All right. I understand. It has been a long day for all of us, of course, with my daughter, and I hope I'm not being rude, but with my daughter, even though she has starting to feel better, um, I don't wish to be an ingracious host, but
Is there a place we can stay nearby?
well, there of course is there's several inns here in the city if you need a place to stay.
It's very challenging, Mr. Selwyn. We were set upon by highwaymen and we have no ready funds.
Interesting. Well, there is always the sisters often take in the indigent. Perhaps you can find some straw in their barn.
I've slept in worse. Thank you.
Oh, and by the way, when he's talking sisters, he means like nuns, not the
Oh,
sisters weird, not
Yeah.
the
the weird
sisters weird,
sisters.
not the weird sisters. No.
Can you have a servant show us to the convent so we may ask for a boon from them? And thank you for your dinner. It was very appreciated. As my friend said, we've had a very long day with little food.
Yes, yes, of course. John, and another servant comes out. Take these gentlemen to the Sisters of Loretto, to the guest house there, please. And he just says, "Yes, sir," and follow
And
me, gentlemen.
Mr. Sullivan, I'd like to stop by tomorrow to check on your daughter's well-being since I was the one that saved her from being run down.
Oh,
I feel a connection.
yes. Well, she is betrothed, sir.
Not that kind of connection, sir. A connection of
Yes.
concern.
Well, the sisters did say I should probably take my daughter out in the country for some country air, so I'm not sure if we're going to be here tomorrow.
Oh, perhaps I could stop by early.
She'll be fine.
Yes, she will
Okay.
be fine. No need to trouble yourselves any longer, gentlemen.
Are we,
All right.
wait, Doctor, are we downstairs now?
Yeah, we're down. We went
Oh, okay.
downstairs.
I thought we were still upside.
We followed the sisters.
Hmm.
At least I did. Sorry.
Well, actually, then if that's the case, I want to momentarily, like, I might put 40 in first aid just to do this, but I want to momentarily check on um the daughter, Anne, because I don't know what they gave her.
Be more of a medicine than a first aid, but yeah.
Medicine? Okay. Then I might just follow the doctor down and say, Dr. Gallo, is it not, should we not check to see what they gave her?
I think it had something to do with that same substance we saw. They put her to sleep. We have no idea. They said they were preparing her. I don't know what this is about. The three weird sisters.
Are you, Dr. Gallo, are you saying that they made her drink that purple
I don't know.
goo?
It's the same thing at all. They didn't answer my question. They didn't seem to want to answer questions unless we gave them something, a quid pro quo. They implied that it could even be, I don't know, my soul. It was very, very cryptic sort of thing. I kept getting the impression that they were not entirely like us. When I looked into their face, there were angles. I don't know how to describe it. All I
Dr.
keep thinking, go ahead.
In the literature, Dr. Gallo, the witches don't seem to be the types to really do quid pro quo.
Well,
They're
the three women are a major component, aren't they, of a lot of mythologies. Um, there's Clotho, Lachesis, and Atropos,
but
the three fates.
they always seem more menacing than, I don't know, an equal standing of transaction between them and man. So
I don't know. I'm fascinated by it. When are we ever going to meet real supernatural entities? I think they're supernatural.
but
Weren't the witches in Macbeth, didn't they make a deal with Macbeth?
No, they prophesied.
Just
Uh,
prophesy.
they made
uh,
him think that he was going to be fine, and they didn't lie to him. They didn't ever lie to him. They just misled him with the truth,
but everything turned out poorly for Macbeth, so
which they predicted from the beginning.
If I remember correctly, Macbeth didn't ask a lot of follow-up questions either. He just got his
No,
prophecy and moved on.
what if I we didn't see what you saw, Dr. Gallo.
I
I'll be honest with that. But what if they're not supernatural, like you say? I don't want to jump to that conclusion. What
yeah,
if they're
I,
merely like kismet, like travelers, time travelers who have used their situation to elevate themselves?
maybe, but they did imply that Kismet has gotten what he deserved.
There are
Uh,
FBI files that describe, let's just say, beings of an extraterrestrial nature. Now, I've looked at these with some of my friends, fellow agents, and we kind of laughed them off and assumed they were like the result of the observation result of some sort of LSD experiment or something. But perhaps these women are not, let's just say, not of this world.
whatever happened to me when that glass jar broke? I saw things, and I have a feeling that these three women are older than the earth itself. I think they're forces of nature of some sort. I might be completely cracked, though. They even looked at me and said my brain was cracked.
You could
Yeah.
be absolutely correct for it, for all we know. But the important thing is that we need to find out about Dr. Fletcher
You know,
and
I'm
what's
I'm
happened to her.
I'm making a terrible mistake. I'm self-diagnosing, and the fact is, you guys observing, I'm going to try and rely on you because I think I might be mentally
Doc,
damaged at this
we don't
point.
need we don't need to be a supernatural force to tell your brain's cracked.
Well,
Uh,
I'll have to rely on you to keep me from going over the edge then. I'll
but
rely on your judgment, not my own.
Gentlemen,
this
all this speculation does nothing for us. All right, we have one lead right now, and that's the sisters weird. So I suggest we all gather, follow them, find out what they want. Look,
um,
I don't know about you guys, but I have a wife and kid back home, and I'm going to do anything I can to get back to them right now. I was supposed to be on fucking vacation right now. This is bullshit. I'm going to punch Frank in the face for putting us on this mission when we get back. All right? Let's
I
just get out of this guy's house and go do it.
don't think they could have known what was in store for us. It's not their fault.
Thanks,
I,
Ben, for bringing the focus back to just the facts. I
yes.
think that's
Well,
important.
the weird sisters said if we needed something, we could go get them. We could find them.
Yeah,
Said
at
the
their villa,
servants
correct?
at their villa.
Let's
And
ask Joseph when we're leaving, the servant that's guiding us to where the sister's weird, but let's get it from him because they said that one of the servants could get us to them.
Yeah. Maybe
Get
the
to know
servant
them.
can take us to the nunnery and then point us where the villa is.
All right, that sounds good. We probably should try to get some rest. We haven't had much, but I can understand wanting to find this villa and push on to get out of here. We can rest once we get back, we can rest all the time because we are going to get back. I'm not convinced this isn't some kind of mass hallucination. Not completely yet. But
I agree.
I'm gonna go with it.
Once we find a location where we can rest, if the opportunity arises, we should go to the Weird Sisters. Follow the leads. Keep going forward. Stick to the facts.
No, take me to a nunnery.
All right, so you're
and
going to follow Joseph to the nunnery? All right. Mosswood, you're going to say something?
I was just going to say they mentioned Fletcher being the totem. Do you think Fletcher's with them?
Or maybe that body was not Fletcher.
Or
Uh,
maybe it was just a thing they used, a thing that
Exactly.
Kismet used. She said Kismet tried to control the forces, and I don't think he's around anymore. I think he's dead.
The word totem in magic circles means something like a representation of something else, correct?
An object of focus, right?
Mhm.
So
I guess
if
we're
it is
asking
a
Dr.
it might have been a
Lopez.
representation of the doctor rather than being the doctor herself. Either way, this investigation leads us to the sisters and through them. So Joseph, um, is that the name of the servant as well? I asked the servant to take us to the villa
Uh,
after we secure lodgings with the sisters.
okay, so you'll ask him to take you to the nunnery and then to the to the villa.
Villa
Okay,
Weird.
Villa the weird villa. Yeah, he is. The servant is walking and walking and walking, and he just seems to kind of keep heading out of town. Um, and then, and you do notice it does seem like you're passing church after church after church after church. But then eventually, you kind of get to the city gates and he just walks right outside the city gates.
It's the convent. Is he
Oh,
responsive?
It's just around the corner. We'll be
Sometimes the
there in a
nuns
minute.
don't want to be in the middle of the city. They want to be secluded. Jesus.
Yes, it's just right around the next street here. As he walks out the city gates, and there's only one road leading out. There's no turns to the right or to the left.
Okay. Clearly, the
I'm
servant
going to
is
go up and grab
lost.
his shoulder and spin him around. Where the hell are you taking us?
To the nunnery, as you requested. Like I said, it's just right around the corner. We'll be there shortly. Please, please follow me, sir. I just want to finish my task that the master gave me and return home.
Can I roll
Uh,
psychology to see if he's
Yeah.
trying to mislead us actively?
Certainly, you can roll psychology, Simon.
Ooh. I would like to do that as well, please. So I'm in
Sure.
his face.
Okay.
Ot 2.
I got a regular success.
All right. Well, with an ought to and a regular success, he is a man without guile. He believes exactly what it is that he's saying.
Maybe he knows where he's going. How far is it? You said just
That's-
around the corner.
It's just around the corner. Yes, we'll be there in just a few minutes.
We've been walking for 45
There are no more
minutes.
corners.
it is a straight road, Joseph.
Are you gentlemen feeling all right? I need to get you to the nuns quickly if you are beginning. You don't. Oh, if you have a fever. Oh my. Please, let's just get you to the nunnery, and the sisters will take care of you. Please, it's just right around the corner. It's just right around the corner.
Joseph, there is no corner. This is a straight road leading out of the city. We are out of the city. We're at the gate. What, Joseph, come to us.
Oh, sir, again, I don't understand what kind of trick you're playing. But no, it's just right around the corner. Please follow me, or I just want to finish my job and get back to my master. Can we just do this? I know you've had a long day, and I don't mean to be rude to my master's guests, but you six are starting to try my patience a little bit.
Lead on.
Thank you. And he kind of begins walking, and yeah.
I'm going to whisper to so that Joseph can hear and whoever's around can hear, like, maybe he is taking us to the weird sisters villa.
He could be.
I think
It seems like
I think we
he's
should go
under
along.
control.
I think we should go along.
Also, don't mention anything about being sick. These people are the kind that lock you up for
Yeah, they
being sick.
fear the plague, and yeah, they have no CVS.
All right. After a walk of about 15 minutes or so, you kind of approach then this kind of more marshy, kind of swampy area. And he stops and says, please enter in. And you look out. There is what appears to be a rather kind of a mud hut that's just kind of built into a small clearing about 30 or 40 yards into this marshy area.
We've come this far. I mean,
This is where the nuns live, the sisters.
Of course, just ring the bell. If there's anything you need, I'm sure my master will take care of that as he's already walking back towards town.
Thank you, Joseph. Get home safely.
can we see our way back to town from where we are? Like,
Just
we're
one
not going to
road.
get lost if we don't follow him.
You guys at one point did kind of get off the road a little bit, but you could probably find your way back as long as I don't know, don't like 99 a navigate roll.
I think we keep this guy with us and explain to him
Let him go home.
your master wouldn't be happy if you left us without lodging. So please wait till we check with the
Joe.
sisters.
Joe, I don't think he sees what we see.
Okay. All right. Whatever you guys think. I just want to make sure we can get back to town.
I mean, I think the three weird sisters are witches or something what we
They
would call witches.
they hypnotized him or
They've brought us here for a reason.
to bring us here.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Let's um
Well,
let's check it out then.
nothing ventured. I'm gonna go up to the door of the mud hut.
Okay.
Gentlemen, cover me.
We're all
They
going.
knew our names before we even
And-
set them.
And of course, I'm going to take out my revolver and keep it down low, kind of at the side of my body. So, like, as I knock on the door.
Okay. So you knock on the door. Just as soon as you put the first rap, the door just begins to kind of open up. You can see there does seem to be somewhere a little bit in the middle of the room. There does seem to be a fire that's going on, and it has some sort of kind of cauldron that's sitting on top of it. But there's not quite enough light to really see inside the hut from the doorway.
Well, that's unsettling.
You're welcome to enter, Agent Romero.
All we were hoping it was you weird sisters.
Well,
Our
I did
guide-
say the servants would bring you, did I not?
Our guide thought this was a nunnery.
Human minds are so amendable.
I'm just going to kind of lift my gun and go, this isn't going to do anything for me, is it?
They just kind of have these large smiles that actually seem to be larger than you would expect a smile possibly be able to be.
All
I
right, I step
suspect,
inside.
ladies, that you might be Moira, the from old mythology. You've been around forever, haven't you?
Peoples of different planets call us different things.
So we're
So
lost
you're
in
from
time,
other
and it's
worlds.
aliens. Great.
Well, they're not aliens to themselves. We're the aliens.
I'm going to need you to shut up, Ford. I'm really going to need you to shut up.
There's no reason for us to imagine that there are enemies.
All right. Brass tacks, ladies.
I'm gonna
Well,
Martin,
do not-
step forward.
Do not stand in the in the entryway. Come in and enjoy the fire.
Martin's going to come forward, and at this point, he's not concerned. He's going to take out his cell phone to show them some pictures of the symbols, the things that that Dr. Moss found, and the things that I saw on the computer. Like, well,
Yeah, I think his
ladies,
memory's working.
have you any idea what any of this is? Seems to be involved in how we got here, how Kismet was interfering with things, and possibly might help us to find our lost Dr. Catherine Fletcher. Do you recognize what these are? Could you inform us?
Well, I will say, as you kind of enter into their hut, you do see, of course, there is the fire in the middle with the kettle around it, and the three sisters are kind of on. They're just kind of semicircular around it, leaving kind of a fourth side that's a little bit open. And around them, you do see that there are all sorts of shelves with all sorts of components and things like that. In one part against one wall of the shelf, you do notice that there seems to be this rather large bird cage that is about 6 foot by about 3 foot. And inside there is the skeletal remains of a man wearing late 1990s clothing that is purely skeletal, except for a tongue that is pristine as it just kind of flops around, unable to really make any sound, but seeming to try to say words. On another one, there is also another corpse in the corner. It makes no sense of the eyes, but you immediately recognize from what is left of the face that of Catherine Fletcher. Her frame is bloated and crawling with early decay, veins dark and brittle, her skin cracked like sun-baked parchment. The other kind of piece of it is very pale, and the bottom part is very pale and bloodless, as though freshly drained. Across her midsection, as it kind of comes across her, runs a gory seam where her body seems pulled thin, the flesh stretched and translucent, striated like wax dragged too far across the flame. And you can see hints of bones and organs beneath the taut surface, as if layers of her being had been peeled into impossible sheets.
Before I make
Above
Here's the other half of her.
Above her, there is a small box that is closed, but it seems to be emanating a bit of a purplish glow.
before I
I think
make
with
my,
all of that, that deserves a sand roll.
before I make my sanity roll, I turn to Dr. Gallo and go, "Oops."
You got a 003. I'm apparently just accepting all of this. It's normal.
All right.
30, I believe that's a pass.
All
I
right.
got
Anyone?
it. One.
All right. Anyone in the past just take 1 point. If you fail, it would be a D6.
I'm sorry, if you pass, what was it?
If it's just past, just one.
I think we were kind of all expecting this, which mean,
Right.
that's why we're all
Moderates.
passing our sand rules, is it was kind of expected.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that answers that question.
I'm going to point at the skeleton and go, Kismet.
I don't think he's going to answer. He's
I was
trying
speaking-
to.
You see
speaking
the
to our
tongue
host.
flapping. You see the tongue flapping.
He might answer, yeah.
Well, I was speaking to our host. It was like just pointing at him and look at them, been like, Kismet.
He got what he deserved.
Sisters, you're in the presence of a true detective here.
Shut up. Boss.
Why is his tongue so apparently normal while the rest is skeleton?
Talk too much.
He asked for that which he should not receive.
Is he still alive? Can he talk? What did he ask for?
You're asking questions, Joseph. Be careful.
He asked for that.
It's the
which he
only
should
way to
not.
get the facts for it. It's the only
Yep.
way.
They'll ask for a price. Yeah.
He asked the wrong questions.
What are the right questions?
You're a man who asks many things without giving anything in return, Special Agent Vendretti.
I give my service to the people of Arkham every day.
Ants. All of them.
What do you want?
Life, as I told your cracked-brained friend.
Well,
Own
life
life
can mean a
or
lot of
somebody
things.
else's life?
So let's work with specifics. What do you want?
Life. They want.
Have done some investigating since the last time we saw you. You have, because men out of time, you are not meant to die until many centuries from now. We can feed off your life forces longer than some of these peasants around here.
Did you feed off the forces of Fletcher and Kismet?
No, not Fletcher. Not
Is
Fletcher.
she-
She is
she
the
is-
totem.
Yes.
As one of them just kind of moves her finger, and as she does so, the door to that little cabinet above Fletcher opens up, and you see this.
Uh, 1500s iPad.
It's
Oh.
a damn Palm Pilot.
It's the Palm Pilot. Yeah. I know what that is. I instinctively go towards it because it's technology, and I reach out to take it.
She flicks her finger, and the door slams shut.
We
Touch
saw
not.
those symbols on a on a chalkboard in where Kismet was.
Yes, these primitive beings were able to unlock some things which they should not have touched.
Well, clearly we become less and less primitive each century that passes that we were able to get this far.
Oh, you think such of yourselves. Hmm.
Sisters, is it possible for ants to learn to be more than ants?
Perhaps over eons, you might become intelligent.
I don't
I'd
think
have
you've
to live
answered Ben's
eons.
question. What life do you want?
What is it that you seek? What is it that you wish of us?
We are
We
seeking the safety of Dr. Catherine Fletcher and the return of her and us to our own time.
No, as you can see, the one you call Catherine Fletcher is no longer able to trans across the vast spaces of time.
Then our
You
mission
don't
is
have
over.
enough power to save her?
Why would we?
That is what I'm asking. I'm asking you to do so.
If
That
you
is
wish
what
her
we
to,
want. You asked what we wanted. I am telling you, we want her alive and safe, along with the rest of us, back to our own time.
she points, all three of them at the same time, point to Martin and say one, to Simon and say two, to Dr. Moss and say three, to Agent Romero and say four, and point to you, Joseph, and say five. 5 lives for resurrection, and your friend, the cracked one, can return.
If I stay and allow you to draw life from me, can they all go?
You wish 6 to return, we require 3 lives.
I don't really care about Catherine because I think that boat has sailed.
Make your
I just
choice.
want my
What is
friends to
your
go home.
truth? Choose your truth or meet your end.
We've obviously solved this case, gentlemen. We've found what happened to Dr. Martin or to Dr. Fletcher. We know that she is no longer alive. We need to return to our own time. We need to provide them 6 of us to return 3 lives. Do they have to be our lives from us? Does that number come from us or
You are so long-lived. We would enjoy feeding off of you for centuries.
How do we choose our truth? What is that we choose?
What do you want? They've
To
said it a
answer,
couple of times.
in the words of your philosophers, what is truth?
So you want to eat our time until we get to where we should be. Is that what I'm here understanding?
Do you not eat the flesh of animals to maintain your sustenance?
Irrelevant to the conversation. All right. Whether we eat animals or eat time is irrelevant to the point. You want to eat our time till we get to the point we're supposed to be, and then what? We crumble the dust. We continue on. We go insane from untold centuries of you gnawing on our bones.
Oh, you mistake. It's not that you will live for all those centuries. We will just take those centuries from you. You will
We,
cease to exist once we feed upon you, like any chattel that has been sent to the slaughter.
Hmm. Hmm.
it
And
sounds
we
like a
get
very good bargain?
next to nothing for our sacrifice to you. That's not a fair or equivalent exchange.
Do you wish to find another way home?
Well, since you have purported that, there obviously is another way home.
What if, Agent Romero, we know that you have others you wish to see on the other side? What if we send you back and keep the rest?
That's still not a fair exchange. You were in that tube, weren't you? The three of you. You're not actually three people, are you?
We are what we wish to be, as we wish to
Yeah.
be, when we wish to be.
That's why Kismet's in the cage, isn't it? Because he had you in that tube. You were the thing that sent us here.
You speak the wrong statements, my friend.
Yet you're getting angry at what I'm saying. You purport through this little conversation that you are so much more evolved than we are, yet you're over there getting angry because I'm telling you the truth and throwing it in your face.
An ant may bite its betters, and it still has a prick.
Settle. The point is, you're hungry and you want to eat, but you can't just take it because if you had taken it, if you could, you would have taken it by now. So we have to give it to you.
Yes.
So it seems like all the particular cards in this situation, if you excuse the metaphor, are on our side of the table. Because we can just walk out that door and you'll starve, won't you?
In 3 years' time, there will be a plague. Many will die, seeking the assistance of those who try to help. We will be fine.
Yes, but Sister's weird. How hungry are you going to be in those 3 years?
Oh, you forget, little ant. We have the remains of Kismet to digest.
Yeah, but he's not really doing it for you, is he? Because you want to drag that out. You're only taking bits and pieces of him. You want to make him suffer for what he did to you.
What is your point? What is it that you speak? Speak plainly, or else you will end yourself up in a cage.
Granted, for someone who speaks so flowery, it's a little ironic that you want me to speak plainly. So here it is. You have more than enough ability and power to send us all home, whether we want to give up something or not. But you brought us here, whether it was purposeful or by accident, you brought us here when you busted out of that cage. So that means you need to fix something.
Ben, they're vampires. They're psychopomps.
I don't care about that.
They did give us something free of charge. They let us know that we can only die at a certain time, centuries from now. So
yeah. So we'll just continue on and
I will
on
ride it out. I've always had a fascination for history. Maybe I could travel the world, see some things. I heard there's a ship coming from China. Perhaps I could sail back with them. Just ride this out until we get back to our time.
One may not die, but that does not mean one does not experience pain.
There's a spider wrapped in a spider web. They're not going to let us go.
So how about this? You take a little bit from all of us and just send us back home. That should be more than enough to tide you over for 3 years.
I don't want to go back.
Why, Fort? Why wouldn't you want to go back?
Because this is fascinating.
Yeah, I know. If I could live as an almost immortal for 3
Think of the things that we can learn from these ladies.
Ben needs
I don't know
to
about them.
get back to his wife and family.
Yeah, he
Ben
does.
needs to get back. I understand.
Ben's wife and family don't exist yet where we are right now.
Yeah, but they,
This is like a bad episode of Star Trek trying to figure out these temporal things. But technically,
ladies,
Ben, they don't exist yet. You could ride this out.
ladies, is there some sort of deal we can come to that will please you and allow these 5 men to go back?
We are interested in your proposition, Dr. Gallo. You have a cracked mind, and another amongst you studies the mind.
This is true.
2 for 4. You will get no better deal elsewhere.
Well, I'm in. But
I don't trust these women. I'm willing to sacrifice my life, of course, to save others. But I fear that if we made that sacrifice, they would just kill everyone.
they
I
could just
trust
kill
it.
us right
I
now
don't trust it.
anyway.
Could they?
Yeah, I think
If
so.
if they could just suck from us now whatever they need, they would have.
Maybe they're kinder than you think they are.
Hmm.
I'm gonna gesture to the box above Fletcher. Say, what is that exactly doing for you? Is it giving you power? I thought you were much more powerful. I don't know why you need this.
You asked the wrong questions, Dr. Moss.
I see.
The offer has been made. Do you accept? Make your choice.
My choice is made. I don't know about Simon or Dr.
Ben,
Lawrence or
take these men back, go back to your family.
I
Make
am
sure
not,
that
I'm
you
not willing
use
to
their
abandon all of you guys here.
abilities, their skills, their knowledge to end that program and make sure nothing else like this happens. I
no,
honor
you're going
your
back.
sacrifice for it. No, you and I are staying. We're sacrificing. These others will go back and save our world. So these women, when they get to our time, these things have no power.
I, ladies, were you talking about Joseph or Simon or Dr. Lawrence?
2 for 4, they said.
2
Yeah,
for
but they
4.
wanted,
One with the cracked brain and one who studies the brain.
They're
You got
talking about
me.
Simon.
he studies
Is the
criminal
girl
minds.
to be food as well? The one you administrated to earlier?
Miss Selwyn,
We will feed off of her. That will sustain us for a while. And we won't need you for a while. Like rats that you study in your little mazes.
Well, Ben, we shot the last purple thing. Let's shoot this one too.
I wouldn't
I
do
will,
it.
I will say this. Are you saying that out loud?
Yep.
All right. Okay. Are you
And
going to act on that?
I pull my gun.
All right. What is your dex?
My dex is 50.
I would like to try and stop him.
What is your dex?
My dex is also 50.
All right. Well, the weird sisters are faster than you both.
Yeah.
Joseph, before you go and reach for your gun, you find that your gun has already been fired 10 times into the ground, expending all of your bullets.
Well, they've just proven they can control time. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate that that lesson. Now we know a little more about you.
Easy manipulation of time. The deal is on the table. Either take it or we grow tired of you.
Martin
I look over at
It's a moment to
Simon.
discuss.
Martin had brought a bunch of equipment that he uses in his job. There's like here's a device that it's like a jamming device for signals and things. He's kind of playing with it in his pocket, and he's thinking about turning it on so that he can point it at where the Palm Pilot is. I'm going to try to scramble what's going on with that Palm Pilot.
Okay.
Is this something I mean, do I need I had all this stuff on my person when I got here, and I know that, I probably would have been convicted of witchcraft or something if I had pulled this out earlier, but this is kind of stuff
like I
that
said, anything that you had on your person when you were thrown back in time is things that you have on your person now.
It's something that will scramble a signal. So try to sort of like an electromagnetic pulse or something that will mess up that Palm Pilot really good.
First off, give me a sleight of hand.
Okay, sleight of hand. I was thinking about putting points in that earlier today because I still have a 60, or let's see, what was sleight of hand? I'm going to put a 60 in sleight of hand. We'll have that. And that is a 59. Oh,
Luck.
yeah. I could spend luck to make.
How much you want to spend?
Let's see. I have a lot of luck here. So what is happening? I got to type it in my sheet so I can do the half real quick. Sleight of hand. I have 60, so 30. I would need 30 to make it hard. So I have 59. So I would have to spend 29 points to make it a hard.
All right. You spending the 29 points?
Yes, I am.
All right. Give me a computer use roll, then I think would probably be be able to turn your frequency to whatever you need it to be.
Okay.
But they do not seem to notice you playing with yourself in your pocket.
That's an 02. That is a hard success on my 70 computer use. Oh my God. It's working.
All right. As I said earlier, you noticed that there was a bit of a a purple glow that was coming out of that box. It seems to be shifting in the color palette, that the blue is kind of changing itself. It first seems to be kind of the purple kind of moves to blue, then it moves to red, and then it kind of moves itself into a white color. At the moment, the sisters do not seem to notice.
I'm trying to process what the color changes mean. I'm thinking really quick. Part of me wants to say, guys, try to shoot her again, but I'm not sure that's the right approach to take. I'm gonna pull out my gun and try to shoot where the Palm Pilot is, just to see if that will work. I feel the Palm Pilot is important here.
All righty. All right, go ahead and give me a firearm roll.
Okay, and my firearm is 50. That is a 36. So that's a regular success.
All right, roll for damage.
Damage on the Glock is
What, a D10 or a
D10, right? D10. Yeah. That's an 8.
That's an 8. All right. Yeah, bullet goes right through. Uh, there is a bit of a blinding white light that just kind of covers you all. And as you kind of clear your eyes away, um, you find yourselves standing in the middle of this um, kind of marshy area. There is still the cage that had Kismet in it, and there is still the body of Dr. Catherine Fletcher. And there is the cabinet that had the Palm Pilot in it with a big hole in it. There is no light emanating from it, but there is nothing else around you.
The ladies, the cauldron, everything is gone.
Everything is gone.
What did you do? You broke the spell.
I'm hoping I broke the road.
Broke the road.
Martin, what the hell did you do?
We
You
had
doomed us all to
had
stay
end them.
here now.
We had to end them.
Oh,
I don't think you ended them.
We were in an untenable situation. Martin did what he thought was best. All we can do is continue to move forward. Let's investigate what is here. I go over and look at the cabinet, look more closely at the figures.
You open the cabinet, and it seems like the the symbols that had been etched on it before are now gone. You have a what appears to be an ordinary late 1990s Palm Pilot with a hole in the center of it.
Well, good
Wait,
thing
are
we
we-
have all the symbols and we can move forward
We-
with that.
We know the symbols, and we have our cell phones.
Do we have signals? Did we travel back forward
We
in
can-
time?
The computer part of our. I mean,
If
the
you check
Palm
your-
Pilot didn't have
If you
signals.
check your cell phone,
We
you
might
have no
not-
bars.
Okay, so we're still stuck in London 15 something.
Right, right. We have power to our phones. So I think between Martin and Dr. Moss, they can recreate what these women did.
So where we can.
Dr. Fletcher is the totem, they said. And we saw the symbols.
We have her body.
the cage with Kismet's body is still there, right?
The cage is. The tongue is now a shriveled up piece of meat, though.
Okay. So we're in the middle of the field. We have the cage with the skeleton in it. We have half of a corpse, and we have a box with a broken Palm Pilot in it, correct?
Nothing else.
What if we reversed the symbols the way that they were drawn?
How are you going to power it, Martin?
Not the Palm Pilot, using one of our devices. It's the symbols that have the power. I mean, a Palm Pilot had no Wi-Fi. It had no phone attached. It had no signal. We don't need that. We just need the computer part, the part that's like having a laptop or something else without an internet connection, that part of our phone. And I think if we can reverse the symbols, perhaps we can
That seems correct to me, Martin, but what do you think,
create a
Dr.
road
Moss?
backwards.
Is there a way we can do something with what we have?
I sort of
It was a
But-
countdown. The program that was running was a countdown. If we count back up, we use the symbol. I could write something. We can use those symbols and maybe in the reverse order and having them count like in a count back up sort of way. I'm gonna definitely need Dr. Moss's help. But
it's
I
worth
can
a shot.
write the code and we can and give it a shot. See if we do it in reverse, like as a counting up.
As you argue about the possibilities of what is possible, the camera begins to pull out and fades into black as we bring an end to this scenario.
I was about to walk away because it's like,
Yeah, because it's more than just the symbols. It is the creature itself is what powers those symbols.
We broke the
Well,
connection.
we did our best.
Hey, we screwed over some evil witches, and I wasn't about to let some of you all die.
Yeah, I was
I
not.
was.
I was not going to go. I couldn't go back, like, and knowing that I've left someone behind. So it was like I took a chance on something, and Martin took a chance on something that he thought might work, and he was wrong.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, good news. That means that we can catch the play.
We can also invest in Bitcoin a bit.
We're all going to die of the plague in 3 years.
Screw you. I'm getting the hell out of England.
Maybe our
It's all over Europe.
will help. Maybe we'll give them COVID. Maybe that's the plague. We give them COVID.
Maybe we give them, yeah, that's what it is.
It's possible. Basically, Kismet had discovered way back at Potter's Lake, back in the early 90s, some remnants of a hound of Tendalos, and was wanting to use that to originally for energy, but he discovered then the ability to travel through time. And then that's when he gets on his mission to try to right the wrongs of the past. What he was doing in Elizabethan England, you'll never know, but he was wanting to do something here with the help of Dr. Fletcher. And when you release the Hounds of Tindalos out of their little gooey jar, in there, because he had manipulated the DNA so they couldn't fully form, but once they were released, they were able then to basically come back to take care of Fletcher, because he was already in the past, and you guys got dragged in. And as you suspected, you severed the connection that they had to this current plane when you shot the Palm Pilot. But they intended to always give you an impossible choice.
Damn it. I had power within the grasp of my hands. Now I'm going to be shitting in a stupid little box outside for the rest of the
No, I just think we gotta like break history by like teaching him how to create firearms and stuff early.
Well,
Like,
I
I-
already know how to
good
make penicillin, so
I gave
That's a
them
big leg up.
sandwiches.
I
got
feel
sandwiches.
They'll
I
now be
really
called,
feel
they'll now
for
be called
Ben.
Myers.
Sandwiches, Glocks, cell phones, modern fashion.
We'll be
You're-
burned as witches before that ever happens.
Not with the Glock, we won't.
How much
How many
ammunition
bullets do you have?
We know an armorer named Fletcher. Maybe he
That
can
was
help.
pretty cool.
That was really neat.
Yeah.
So was there anything going on with the daughter that they were feeding the goo to, or was that just another feeding mechanism for them?
It was a feeding mechanism. It was a feeding mechanism for them, yeah.
Okay.
So she was kind of she was the most latest recent victim until they drained her dry, and then they would simply move on to another person. But I will say this for you guys, because you did stop the Weird Sisters from being able to do their thing. 2 things happen. One is that Anne does not die now from their ministrations. And 2, because Shakespeare will never hear about the Weird Sisters, Macbeth will never get written.
There's no Scottish play.
There is no
Oh
Scottish
my
play.
goodness.
It said the play is about the 6 FBI.
But obviously the witches found another way, because Shakespeare did write the story with the witches.
That's
We already
another. That's
knew
a different
who wins
reality.
in the end.
That leaves us in kind of a bootstrap, you know. We knew
Yeah.
about Shakespeare when we came back, or we knew about Macbeth, and now there is no Macbeth. But we're in the past going through.
That's why it's very bad luck to say the word Macbeth when you're on the
Look. We just gotta steal everything Shakespeare didn't make it ourselves.
Mhm.
Like, we could just steal so much future stuff, make it early.
Your
which may
Majesty,
in fact
Queen
be the
Elizabeth.
reason why people argue whether Shakespeare wrote all of the plays.
I have a 50 in literature. I'm
he
writing
wrote some.
Franken.
Yeah, maybe Dr. Moss can rewrite it.
I'm writing
Make it better.
Frankenstein.
Perhaps. I feel I'm just picturing Miskatonic University or the Miskatonic Playhouse back in Arkham 2025. There's a whole bunch of actors going around saying, "Don't say the name of the Danish play."
Yeah. We also could immediately get whatever little bit of money we have and put all of our investments in pepper. And
coffee, pepper.
Well, pepper first, because pepper will go.
Well, actually, that's that's one of the things that that Master Richard was investing in.
I thought maybe, yeah.
Tea's about to kick off, so we can make an investment in tea.
Yeah.
You can trade those Glocks in for some shares in some tea companies.
Yeah, we should go back and
good old Crane tea. All right, folks. Our players included John Donahue, Steve Anderson, Joe Bardalis, Sawyer Hill, Josh Ryan, and myself, with Thomas Bailey as the Keeper of Arcane Lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.